Assalamualaikum, my name is Nura Atalana binti Muhammad Ilmi. So today I would like to explain more about the concept of control environment from auditing perspective. Refer to case equity funding in year 1973 at United States America. So first, what is control environment? Control environment also called as internal control. There is a term of financial audit, internal audit and enterprise management. So it is mean action, policies and procedure that reflect the overall attitude of top management, attitude directors and owners of an equity about internal control and its important to the entity. So the strong control environment can significantly complement specific control procedures. So this is a summary for equity funding corporation of American cases. So as you can see, the first idea was to offer mutual fund shares and life insurance is an attractive package to middle income families. So far before this, so far so good, but then they have a lot of problem because they need to find real money to back up the sale in order to pass the audit required by the Securities Exchange Commission. So the biggest mistake is the company created fake insurance policies. So remember before this the meaning of control environment, attitude of top management, directors and owners of entity. So how can we learn about their attitude? So the first is integrity and ethical value. The second is competence of entities people, and the third is management philosophy and operating style, and the fourth is direction provided by the board of directors, and the fifth is internal audit function, and the sixth is organizational structure. So for the first one is integrity and ethical value, which is many organizations seek a high level of integrity and ethical value, but how the organization obtain that? Usually those organizations have a clear code of conduct and conflict of interest policies. The are performance and incentive compensation target reasonable and realistic, or do they create undue pressure on achievement of short-term result by undertaking dishonest, illegal or unethical ethic? So for example on the case, the company does not have integrity and ethical value because they have created fake insurance policies to fund the needed money to back up the sale. So the second is competence of the entity's people, which is competence is the knowledge and skill necessary for particular functions. So does an organization set up the tone of hiring only competent employees? And the next is how well company interested in competent employees. So based on the case, it is two top officials and shareholders were Stanley Goldbaum and Michael Riordan who made a lot of fraud in the company without knowledge of the employee to get a lot of profit. So as for your knowledge is Michael Riordan was killed in January 1969 in a mudslide that destroyed his home in Los Angeles. So the third is management's philosophy and operating style. So this is important factor in control environment because employees cannot do illegality. So this is the clearest sign to employee about importance of internal control. Management may not achieve its business objective if it does not introduce and maintain a philosophy and operating style that support the business objective and strategies. So based on the case, for example, if management create the fake insurance policies and aggressively persuade employees to achieve the goal, what will happen? The chance of misstatement in company policy becomes higher. So the fourth is direction provided by the board of directors. An effective BOD and audit committee provide an important oversight function, and because of they play an important role in the control environment. So it also helping to set a operative tone at the top. And for private company, often there is no audit committee. However, to have the board of directors is very important for private company as well. It oversees the organization's plan and performance, provide management direction with experience, and oversees the organization's internal control functions. And the fifth is internal audit function. Those are people inside the company who are acting as if they are outsiders. Does the company support of top management, the audit committee, and the board director as a whole? Does the internal auditing have and use open lines of communication and private access to all senior officers and audit committee? So the fifth is internal audit function. So those are people inside the company who are acting as if they are soldiers. Does the company support of top management, the audit committee, and the board of directors as a whole? And does the internal auditor have and use open lines of communication and private access to all senior officers and audit committee? The audit committee is also responsible for maintaining ongoing communication with both external and internal auditors, including the approval of audit and non-audit service by auditor for public companies. So the last one is organizational structure. The proper organizational structure will give you proper accountability. So you cannot have someone accountable if they do not know what they're responsible for, who are responsible for. So why control environment is important to the IT? Here there is some of benefit of well-developed internal control. As you can see, the first is to ensure grant funding is properly used, and the detect and help prevent errors and reduce the risk, contribute to accounting accuracy, assist guarantee in providing timely and help ensure policies, and the last is foster taxpayer confidence that public funds are safeguarded.